an overseer. Talk to me about that. What is God telling us to do? Those who are in charge of this flock.
Take care of the flock that has been assigned to you.
Okay, he says, take care of the flock that has been assigned to you. And how? What's that overseer? He says that we're to be overseers. What's that?
You manage it. You watching over the whole thing.
You watch. So you saying that? Go ahead.
To be an overseer, you're thereby responsible for everything that is given to you, and you're over it, and you're thereby responsible. How's that?
So you're saying that when the pastor gets in your business, he's actually doing what God told him to do.
Yes.
Oh. And so that's the pastor's responsibility, to be an overseer. An overseer, not an overlord. And an overseer. And Linda, you said that's to manage, to oversee and manage the go ahead.
Situation. We you know that somebody living with a man or whatever, you know they living like they ain't supposed to, or they curse a lot, and they accidentally curse while they talking to you. You know, so it's your responsibility as the pastor to, you know, you might talk to them individually and be, well, according to the word, you know, thus said the word of the Lord, that ain't right, or whatever.
So
as the Lord leads you to do.
Right, but you're saying there is a responsibility not just to sit there and giggle,
yes, but
to correct.
Yes. Notice I said one-on-one, so we can talk later.
I saw you add scripture. But there is a responsibility to make better. You know, the scripture says that God, He has those in place in what's called a fivefold ministry.
Yeah.
And what did He say the purpose of the fivefold ministry is as it relates to the saints?
For the perfection of the saints.
For the perfecting and the edification of the saints. And so you can't help somebody get better if you ignore their problems, right? You have to get into people's business and have conversation about what you see in your role as an overseer. Is that correct? And so if a shepherd is not being an overseer and not trying to correct and pat you on the back when you're doing well, if the shepherd just minded their own business, they got their life and you got your life, it appears to me that they're not really. Yeah. I mean, they just there. It doesn't seem like they're necessarily a shepherd. Wow. Okay. Okay.
Well,
Yes, ma'am.
you don't say or correct that person. You are just as guilty as they are.
That's right.
Okay. The blood, you saying the blood is on my hand. If I sit and watch it, the blood is on my hand. And so if I choose not to teach that fornication is absolutely undeniably wrong, and then the people that are under my care are out fornicating and I'm not dealing with it, you're saying the blood's on my hand.
Especially if you know it. Yeah.
Huh?
If you know it, yeah.
So how do you deal with that? How do I know if I never seen it before?
You know.
I might give you revelation about it.
He would.
Sometimes we speak to God, it might be something He tells you.
So you're saying God give a revelation, not members coming and telling me.
Right. Well, you know. And sometimes God gives you have that discerning of.
Y'all teaching me. Let me take them. Okay, so you say sometimes, say it again now.
You get revelation from God.
From
about
God.
Things that occur.
Okay.
And when you have a discerning spirit where you discern what is right and what's wrong. You get through the problem. God is telling you, this is the problem. go after it. Or this person's not really telling you the truth, and this person is. Sometimes you're discerning between two people, because sometimes gossip in churches are known to destroy people's lives.
That's true.
So if you don't discern the right information, you may hurt somebody. So it's a good thing to have.
So maybe God might even lead you to somebody or have a conversation with somebody that has nothing to do with that. And then, just the two spirits, or you might even, say something else where you feel at that particular time. So that's maybe a way you get your knowledge.
Pastor Rawls is anointed, and I tell anybody that. And if you hang around, he gonna know. You go end up, and you go be like me, and you go tell on yourself. You gonna be like me with time and stuff, but God gonna reveal it to him, because he was saying stuff back in the early days, and I ain't tell, that was before I was telling.
So you might as well just tell it.
But he did. I mean, he picked up on some stuff, and so you anointed. God got you like that. It's like, it's stuff he be protected from, and it's also stuff that be revealed to him. But that's what you get when you keep drawing close to God. God will reveal stuff to you.
Well, that's what I was trying to say. There are times that the Lord will give you a message. And when he gives you a message, it's because of some things that's going on in your audience. I mean, hey, that's revelation of when he gives you a message to preach to the people.
And I think it's really, like you say, you have the discernment, you hear from God, and I think a large portion of it too comes from making sure that you're hearing from God in the sermons and in the lessons also, because then he can also speak at those points. And one thing that Sister Rawls knows that I did this week, normally I like to try to get have my message thinking about it by Tuesday, wrapping it up by Friday. And lately, the last couple months I've been so busy. I've been running that thing on Saturday night and sometimes Sunday morning. And so I told Sister Rawls, I said, what I'm going to do, and she know I did, and she know I did, and now I probably see it on the calendar. What I did after, God has had grace the last couple Sundays with me, and giving me grace, but I mean, those were something that I had begged him at the last minute, God, I need a word, And that was the Virgin place, that happened between Gainesville and St. Augustine on Sunday morning, and an amazing grace, and then this last one, this do what you need to do. That was all from the house to the church, and so I was just like, man, I got to quit cutting it close like that. I got to find some time. And so what I went and did is on my schedule, I blocked out time on Thursday. I forgot what the thing is. I think it's something like 1:30 or 2:30, something like that, for about 2 or 3 hours, and say, finish sermon, do not disturb. And so anybody, when I see my calendar, you're gonna see a big do not disturb. Don't let anybody disturb it for that time, because you gotta give, when you have the responsibility to give people what they need to be better. You gotta make sure that you hear from God, and that you haven't let yourself get so tied up with stuff, because even as a pastor, you can have some Martha experiences. This school could become a Martha. This Echo House could become a Martha. This mentoring, all that stuff right there. It looked like service, but that stuff could become Martha. You can become so busy to where the thing that you really need to be getting down and doing, so you can help the people become better, you can miss out on those things. And so actually, I did on Monday. After I was like, man, I escaped again. And actually on the way home on Sunday, I was like, boy, I escaped again. I got to fix this right here, because this right here is not working. And that's when I just put it up there, and it's going to stay on them. And that's just not a time that nothing's gonna be able to shake. Because I think it is important